Hi and welcome in today's video. Mariam here, sharing about how to live a more nourishing, energizing and prosperous life. So I am right now walking in the street of London by Victoria Station. I am going to go to Birmingham with my mom. So I thought I would record this little video before I go and share with you a very important rule when you want to live on energy more, when you want to live that higher level of freedom. So it's very noisy right now because guess what? It's Christmas and holiday as well, Christmas time, and so people are just rushing to go on their weekends and Christmas holiday. So I don't even have a microphone, hopefully you are going to hear me. So number one rule I wanted to share with you before going, oh wow, this is just so beautiful, before going further is don't follow anyone's rules, but have your own and be very disciplined in following your own rules. Number one, for example, my number one rule is no commitment. No commitment in a place I live, I choose to live in. No commitment in the place I live, no commitment in the work I choose to do, and I will share about that later on also. No commitment in my relationship if I choose to have a relationship, if I choose to date someone. Very honestly, I don't go like, how can I explain? I am very honest and open in the fact that this is my life. I live I live my freedom this way. I can choose to move anytime, and I don't want to commit into something like marriage, kids, any of that. And I am very clear with that from the beginning, so that there's no misunderstanding and confusion. Okay, I'm not saying you should do the same. I'm just saying if you want to live with more freedom, that may be a rule you want to apply in your life, and this is fine. And even if everybody tells you no, it's not okay, these are your own rules. Choose, but follow them as well. Otherwise, you're going to attract misunderstanding. You're going to attract a messy life, and you don't want that. You don't want a messy life, because if you have a messy life, this is a waste of energy. And if you lose your energy and waste it, you won't be happy. You just won't be happy. Okay, so that is one of my rules, is no commitment. You may have other rules, it's fine. And when I say no commitment, it doesn't mean I am unable to commit. It just means I don't want to because I don't have to. And most people will tell you, no, you have to commit to live in prosperity, live in joy, live in abundance, live in with purpose, live a healthy life. And I'm telling you, you do not have to. You do not have to. But you have to believe first that you don't have to. If you don't believe it in yourself first, if you don't believe this is possible to live with no commitment and be healthy and happy, fulfilled, and have healthy relationships, you won't be able to do that. Okay, but if you do, then it may work. All right, let's go the other way around. So yeah, have your own rules. Your own rules may be different to mine, but I'm just saying living with no commitments mean that, for example, employment, like find in your own rules once you have set them up. For example, I don't work more than so many hours a week, or so many hours a day, or I don't work on those days, or I only work by myself with no partners, or I work only with certain type of partners. Or just find your own rules. Or if you have online platform, maybe I don't answer any comments, or I don't even enable comments on my YouTube channel, or I don't choose to use this social media. I don't choose to use Facebook or Instagram. It's up to you. Create your own rules based on your needs and wants. Very important. Have a list of needs and wants. I know that my needs are, for example, I like to have sometimes free, like I like to have some evenings free for myself. I like to have my days free so that I can go and have maybe an appointment with someone. I can go and do some administration work. I can go and just chill and hike in London at the moment. I can do these things. I can go and see my mom if I want to. But these are my own rules based on my needs, and my needs are, I want to be able to have that freedom. But I don't mind doing live sessions. I like interacting live with people. And my needs are also, I don't want to be on the computer too long. So that's part of, if I don't follow this, I was about to fall off right now. If I don't, needs are things that if you don't do them, you actually don't feel healthy, you actually don't feel energized. So needs are things that you must live in your life, you must have in your life in order to be healthy. If your needs aren't met, you won't be healthy. So your needs are things that you cannot compromise on. And the wants are things that you can compromise on. But you don't have to, it's up to you. For example, my wants are to be in London. I love London. I love the fact that there's so many people. I love the dynamism. I love the differences and the choice that I have in what I can do and not do. I love the possibilities that I can do really in terms of work and in terms of interacting with people, in terms of prosperity. There's so many possibilities. I feel like linked with my needs way more than in smaller cities or smaller towns, and I'm very happy about that. Right now, I've been doing a photo shoot today. I want to share that with you, and I love that. It makes me happy to do things that are different. It makes me happy to do things where I can interact with people in a creative way. This is matching my needs and wants. But London is not a need. I can be in another place if I want to. It's just a want, okay? You see what I mean? There's a difference between need and want, and you have to know that in order to be able to cover that, right? So yeah, know your needs and know your wants, and know the difference between the two, and be very clear in how you can get them met, how you can fulfill them. So I've shared with you a few examples. Then you have your rules, as I said, following your needs and wants. And once you have your rules, hey, you gotta commit to that. So no commitment is actually a commitment. I'm not telling you to no commit to nothing. I'm just telling you no commitment in life is actually a commitment. You have to commit to not commit to partnerships, for example. If you choose not to, you have to commit to not signing for this contract or permanent contract. If you choose to not do that in your rules, you have to commit to not reply to emails or comments if you choose not to in your rules, right? This in itself is a commitment, and it's not easy to follow, or there isn't so much light right there. Okay, so basically I'm saying living by your own rules is such a big discipline. You have to remind yourself all the time, am I living by my rules right now? Am I following my own rules right now? Am I doing what I'm supposed to do right now? Because that's really the point. Okay, so to conclude this, I'm going to give you an example. So because maybe you wonder how I live my life, how I can afford living in London right now, despite the fact that I have shared with you previously that I didn't really have much money. I better be careful with the time as well, because I have that coach. I have to meet my mom at some point. But yeah, the how I did what I will be probably making a longer video on that. But the how I did was I followed my joy. I followed what is energizing to me, and so I was saying yes, I'm doing events, okay, and I'm doing things that I didn't plan on doing, but those events make me so happy. Basically, I am paid to entertain people, and this is entertaining me as well. So this is something that I like. I started doing events when I was younger. Even as a teenager, I would pay for people to have fun, pay for people to have parties, and this is just like something normal to do right now. I feel like this is just, I'm just finding Mariam back. I'm just finding myself back and putting kind of the pieces together, and it feels great. It feels awesome. So this is what I'm doing. It came like naturally. Someone told me, oh, this is an agency you could work with. They do events and they look for people. And I literally sign up, and I can literally choose what I want to do, the events I want to join, and those I don't want to. And if they want me, they just say, okay, you can join the event, and that's it. That's literally all I have to do. So I can literally choose what I want to do and live my freedom, okay? So I wanted to share an example with you. No commitment is possible. Even in the work industry, you just have to find the right place and the right people and the right companies, and this is gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna go now, catching the train or whatever with my mom. Catch you up later. Bye.